Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Access the language that I talk. Loose lips on the ground with the chalk. I be lurking in the shadows, looking what's the move. Save attention for these hoes, money make a move.
From the hard life into the good life, I'm here to take the game over what it look like. Let's play eliminate. You on the limit rate. I kick your ass off my bus.
What's good, folks? What's good? It's a brand new week, so you know what that means. It's a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. Man, it's been a while. I know y'all been fiending and meaning.
And
we here.
Notice we're not doing it on a Wednesday this week. We're doing it on a Thursday.
Thursday night football, and we're doing a show. But that's okay. Because all I got to say is something quick. I already said it.
Okay. All right.
Good show, y'all. See y'all next week.
All right, folks. It's been a lot that's been going on. Pocket, how's your past 2 weeks been, man?
Man, it's been going. You know, I got to see the one award show that I watch very frequently.
Okay.
You know what that is?
What's that?
The Stellar Awards. That's the only one I watch.
Okay. All right. How was that?
I got one thing to say. Since when was it church like for men to not wear shirts with suits? And that's going to tie into the next thing, huh? Because you know where I'm going.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Even before you get into that, I want to give a shout out. Before we go any further, I got to give a shout out to a special lady in my life.
Do you know what this week is?
Shout out to my wife. Our anniversary is Saturday, so I definitely
anniversary.
Want to give a shout out to her, but I also want to give another special shout out to another special lady in my life that's down and out, that's going through something right now. Ma, I love you. Keep fighting. I'm there for you. I'm always going to be here. Whatever you need, I got you. Don't worry about it. Salute. I love you.
You got to fight for this right. Oh, sorry. I don't know.
You're in a good mood this week.
Oh, no, I'm not. But no, you know what? After we got that out, all right, church folk, let me talk to you. That was despicable to see half those men not wearing shirts with their suits.
Hey man,
it's not for church. I tell you what, the very next time I go to church and I see somebody in the pulpit wearing a suit with no shirt, bruh, we're going. There's gonna be problems. There's definitely gonna be problems. Because and people want to go to the scripture. Jesus in the Bible it says, "Come as you are." With respect, I don't care if you're wearing the too tight suit pants with the high waters. I don't care about that. But at least wear a doggone shirt. I mean, come on, man. And then in Missouri, I was gonna kind of
here we go.
Gonna not, but so. You know how we've been talking about Mr. New York, the bishop that mistreats his women next to him and got robbed? In Missouri, we had a pastor, and it's very well all over Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, that he browbeat his parishioners. In other words, abuse from the pulpit. Talking about he asked for a Movado watch a year ago and still hadn't gotten one, and how they're broke and all that other stuff. Me and you both said, well, you said you would get up and leave. I said I would bring a Movado and show him that I got one and walk the heck back out. If God wants you to have something, you'll have it. I'll say it again. If God wants you to have something, you will have it. For the ones in the back not paying attention, if he wants you to have it, you'll have it. We're witnesses to that.
Well, he did. The Bible does say, asking ye shall receive.
But he didn't say beat up my flock. He said tend to my flock.
True. Now, there's a lot that's been going on over the past couple of weeks that we want to touch on. First thing I want to touch on right now is the Brittany Garner situation. Over the past couple of weeks, there's been some information that came out in regards to not one, but two other people that's been detained in Russia. One got it for 14 years. They gave him the max, 14 years for that. And the other one only got
A few months.
2-3 months. And she had way more
Than both of them.
than both of them combined.
To give you a perspective, Brittany and the man that did 14 years pretty much had the same amount. But the girl
Less
that
than
had
a grand.
less, the girl that had less, I'm sorry, the girl that had more, excuse me, the girl that had more than both of them, even combined, only did a few months. Inconsistency within the sentencing, that's what we're saying. And another development in a story is that now she's being moved to a holding camp that's known for plenty of disease being followed there, but she's going to have an internment program. She's supposed to be a coach for a Russian basketball team.
Correct. Which I don't know how that's going to transpire, but Brittany, we just want to pray for you and hope that you can get some strength some way, form, or fashion in regards to this mess, because this is crazy.
But what I do want to say is this, which has not been said on the show. She did break their law.
She did.
Okay, she did break
I'm
the
glad
law.
that you brought that topic up, because everybody's saying, well, free Brittany, free Brittany. Okay, let's understand the dynamics of it. She went into another country and did literally
And broke their law.
broke their law and pleaded guilty of doing so. On record, she pleaded guilty of doing so. Let's just keep that in mind.
No, well, we'll say I don't think she's the only one, because there's been a lot of people in the WNBA that have gone there that recreational use or whatever use it now. So I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is she did break the law. Extreme as their law is, it is their law, and she broke it. And luckily, here we have the freedom where we can say free Brittany. We can make movements to free Brittany.
Do you really think that trade is going to happen? That's my question. Do you honestly?
Well, they're negotiating, so if it's going to happen, yes. When is the question?
But the question that I have: what more does Russia want? We
don't know. The thing is, we don't know if them that want more or us that want more. Now, being as bravado as Americans, we're going to say, well, they want more from us. That's not necessarily true. We have no idea what's going on with the negotiations. It's not like we're seeing with sports. We're seeing a contract negotiation. So and so wants this. So and so wants this. Yeah, we're not seeing that. We don't have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. All we know is there's some negotiations happening, and we don't know who's asking for what. So that's what we can say. We have no idea. We're not in the room. We're not a fly on the wall. We just know negotiations are happening. So we don't know if we're asking for more or they're asking for more. I would assume we're asking for more because of what they're asking for from us.
Correct. That's what I would assume. What else is on the agenda for today?
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Georgia. Was it Georgia or Virginia? I'm sorry, Charlottesville, Virginia. I said Georgia because I'm There's a reason why I said Georgia, but Charlottesville, Virginia. Interesting story.
Very interesting.
Commissioner of a police department was fired. First black female commissioner. First black mayor in the same city.
And why was she fired?
They're saying because she had a firearm in her hand. You want to explain why she had the firearm?
I'll let you, because I won't be able to. I know the story and it's bogus to me. But
so what happened was she was brought in to clean up because it was after 2017. She was brought in to clean up. As we know, Virginia, Maryland, the DMV. Shout out to y'all, hometown, home area. There was some bad stuff that happened. What I mean by that is
cover up.
Freddie Gray. Not even cover-ups. Didn't even get that far. It was just all the stuff that's been going on in that area with the police departments hiding, well, covering up, yeah, but illegal stops, illegal searches, all that good stuff. She was brought in to clean up the act of the police department. She was making moves, making progress. And then there was a meeting, I guess, with her powers that be, her top heads, where it seemed like there was words being said as in, maybe we should take out the people that are in charge. Well, she's in charge. So after that meeting, she felt so threatened that she had her gun in her hand going to her car. She actually, let me take that back. She undid her holster on her side when she was going to her car because she felt so uncomfortable. She didn't know what to think. So it didn't say anything about a suspension, which I'm assuming there was no suspension done, an investigation done, and they let her go. But the thing is, how was she let go? The mayor quit her job. The city comptroller, I think that's what they call it something else there, quit. And new people that got in place fired her. So you're cleaning up, you're doing your job, and now they want to fire you for doing your job, the job that you were hired for by a previous regime. Sounds like a Miami Dolphin situation. I mean, I'm sorry, did I say that? Or Washington Commander. Wait, I said that too, didn't I?
It's just horrible all the way around, just like what happened in Mason, Tennessee. So it's like, what can we do? I think what we all should do is people of color need to migrate back to these areas and take control. Well, if that makes sense.
Remember, I told you, Charlottesville, I know, as far as a black person, driving through there and stopping anywhere in Charlottesville, that's not the best thing to do for any really black person. It's not a good thing. They will follow you. They will till you leave the town. Go the speed limit. Don't swerve. That just gives them probable cause to pull you over.
Yeah.
Even if you're totally legitimate in everything that happened, don't give them that cause. Don't even drive through there. If you can drive around Charlottesville, do it. Sometimes you just got to get to point A to point B. There is no way. I know. I know. But just
so it's a sundown town, or worse than the sundown town.
It's not. It's a sun all day town. They can stop you. They can stop you any time of day. They don't care. Sundown, you better. If the sun is down, you better watch out. You not got to worry about the police. It's other people you got to worry about.
Exactly. So it's worse than a sundown town. Well,
yeah.
That's interesting, folks. Our comments are open. We are even. Yours might be read. We can't get to every last one of them, but we try to get to as much of them as we possibly can. If you do enjoy the content that you guys are seeing, definitely we do take contributions. Our Cash App handle is right there at the bottom of your screen right there. Pocky, what's next on the agenda?
I'm just like still stuck on this Charlottesville and Tennessee situation. It's just it's an ongoing thing. It's enough. It's ongoing. But to make and what we didn't like you started to say, moving there. I say a little bit. I tell you a little bit more. Don't just move there.
You can invest it into that city.
Invest exactly. Invest. Because right now everybody's looking for investors.
Yeah.
Invest in some of those businesses. Why? Because then they got to take the black money, the black dollar, the minority dollar, the Hispanic dollar, the Indian dollar. They got to take it. There's no way around it. Because they love the green, but they ain't gonna like where it's coming from when they find out. But on a lighter note, how much lighter? Not that much. Well, lighter note.
Not too much.
But not too light because it's a heavyweight battle this weekend. Like how I did that, didn't you? You like how I did that.
Are we going into sports already?
No, I'm just going to touch it. We're going to just hit around everything just because, you know what? It's one of them days. There's a lot to talk about in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's a heavyweight battle for unified championship. Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk. Woo! Been a long time coming for this rematch. Who do I think is going to take it? My money's on Joshua. He looks different. He looks more serious. He looks more committed.
And for those that are betting people, Anthony Joshua is not the favorite, so you could possibly make some money. And he needs to knock him out in order to win. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, he's gonna catch it, especially because I watched the viewing yesterday. I went back and watched it. Usyk's a little heavier. You know?
Yeah, he's coming in about 10 pounds.
So, but we'll find the official weigh-in, of course, tomorrow. Yeah. But my question is, coming in heavier, is that going to mess with his elusiveness? And if it is, Joshua's been practicing throwing hooks. If he gets caught with one of those hooks, he won't wake up till 2025, I predict.
Since we just touching on different subjects, there's something that I want to bring up. Since when did medical become so freaking expensive?
You really want me to go there?
Well, I gotta go there.
When did the Affordable Care Act happen?
Okay, not saying that I was in favor of that either, but still.
But you asked when it started. That's when it started.
There got to be something to it because there's no way in hell that copays are as high as what they are and hospital stays are even higher when you have insurance.
You're talking to somebody that has insurance. You're talking to somebody that pays a copay every time I visit the doctor. You're talking to somebody that pays a copay to pay a copay. You're talking to somebody probably if you call in, they got to pay a copay. I'm with you. Whatever happened to the days you can go to the doctor, not worry about a copay, and just get seen. People don't want to go to the doctor even when they're hurting. Their arm could be falling off. No, I'm good. Let me just get some Motrin.
Give me some Tussin.
Give me some Motrin, some Tylenol, some Tussin, and some Vicks Vapor Rub. I got this. I remember I looked it up on the internet. People don't want to go to the doctor. It's too expensive. And then you call in, they're rude. Like, wait a minute. You taking my money. You want to be rude to me? I'm paying you. You want to be rude?
Enough is enough, folks. Big Pharma and all these big medical insurance companies get your head out your ass.
It's like, you know what's funny to me? They passed a bill for the IRS and barely even passed a bill for medical. So what does that tell you?
They want their money hungry.
No. Where's the money going? That's what I'm getting to.
Good question. Where is the money going?
I just told you. They were hurry up getting that $45 million billion dollar bill for IRS. But when it came to medical, they've been dragging and dragging. I think it's only $2 billion. Anybody can correct me, put it in the comments. So they were real quick about getting the IRS money. Real slow when it came to medical.
Yeah.
Nah. I ain't cool with that. You should have flipped the numbers. Oh, because you want to hire more people to audit people that don't have money to pay lawyers to get audited. But then they come back and say, no, that's for the top 5 to 10%. But every article I've read is they're going to focus on the non-10%.
Ooh, excuse me, folks.
Bless you. That was that.
Come on now, that ain't even bullshit.
He's allergic to it. He's allergic to it.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Well, yeah, something got to give. Something definitely has to give because this is becoming way too much. Way too much. Folks, I like it. Our numbers keep going up each and every week. I love it. So welcome new watchers. Welcome old. You're rocking with the right folks. This is PD&J. What's good today? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J What's Good Today is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
This comment right here. Then that sounds pretty reimbursement the government were supposed to send back to the insurance. Never happened. They were trying to push insurance for the uninsured, but the cost is now pushed back on the consumers.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because even with the insurance, you got hospital stay co-pays that's in a couple hundreds of dollars a day. A day.
I want to talk about something when you look at that with insurance. Something that I remember when a hospital stay was like $75.
Okay.
And that was for the whole stay.
Like your co-pay for the whole stay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The whole stay. And of course, you had the doctor's bills and all that good stuff, right? A few years ago, my wife can help me out here, I think. I want to say it was like 5 years ago. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I got admitted to the hospital because I was in so much back pain. And come to find out, my sugar was an astronomical number, and they had to admit me. When we looked at that bill, I was about to go back in the hospital. Actually, no, I was like, you know what? I might as well die before I go back into the hospital looking at the bill. Now, mind you, insurance, thank God we had insurance because we didn't have to pay but so much. That was before, that was the estimate, that they give you. They give you the sticker shock.
Yeah.
To keep you there. I think that's what it's about. Things have to be done differently. And a lot of those doctors, you know what they did? They went to private practice or they said, I ain't doing this. I'm out. So the best doctors retired, said, I'm out. Or they went to private practice and then astronomically wouldn't take most insurance. I worked for an insurance company for, I think, a month or two. And what was the alarming thing while I was in the training? They said, we will let a claim come through once and send it back on the consumer. Wow. And then when they dispute it, we'll send it back on them again because they want the consumer's money. They don't want the doctor because if they have to go to the doctor, they may have to negotiate or something. They go to the consumer, one, they're going to screw up your credit. They used to be able to screw up your credit, if y'all remember that. Now they can't. It's totally separate. So now they take whatever they can get. They'll drive you in the ground. Drive you in the ground. Drive you in the ground. Drive you in the ground if they can. None of it's acceptable, man. None of it's acceptable. I honestly, that's the one thing we have no answer for. We don't even know what to do. Like, for a congressman to say they get no kickback, that's a lie.
Exactly. And I've even had a doctor even tell me on this comment right here that the whole thing about it, they're not going to cure. They just need to treat. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. You go to another country, they'll try to cure any ailment.
Because the thing is out there, their insurance, is not government. It's nobody, no big pharma there. That's why
exactly.
They don't have to be insured. So they want to be like, we don't want to see you no more. So here, you take this cod liver oil, these olives, some banana peels, 3 times a day for 3 days.
You'll be
good.
Good. And you do it, and God knows.
Thank God for TikTok and things like that, because a lot of these people that from these islands are sending us the stuff. They're posting what you need to take.
See, I grew up in an island household, so knowing the certain things to eat and take, and taking cod liver oil pills and all that other fish oil pills, it's crazy, but it's good. It works. It works for you.
And, but people say I don't like the taste. That's not the point. You're not supposed to like the taste. You're not supposed to like this taste. I wish, Dr. CB, if y'all don't know who that was, he was mysteriously disposed of.
Mysteriously, right? Wow. There goes that word, mysteriously.
I mean, how would a man completely healthy just die of, what was it, heart attack or something?
They still haven't said. They just said.
I thought, no, they came out and said it was something. I thought it was a heart attack or something like that. Totally healthy heart, all of a sudden died. Not going there because I got a long life to live, and I do like to eat out, so I ain't talking about that.
Oh man, So folks, we're gonna get into our entertainment section of it. Entertainment wise,
Entertainment. Isn't tomorrow Friday?
yeah, tomorrow is Friday.
Friday the 19th, right? Of August. I thought, well, there's something. Isn't there something that comes out?
I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about, man?
When I say I'm hearing interference, I think I'm hearing interference.
Access the language that I talk. Loose lips on the ground with the chalk. I be lurking in the shadows, looking what's the move. Save attention for these hoes, money make a move.
From the hard life into the good life, I'm here to take the game over what it look like. Let's play eliminate. You on the limit rate. I kick your ass off my bus.
Yes,
Whoa.
folks.
Did y'all see that? There was some interference from somewhere. There. That's right. Tomorrow, midnight,
Tonight,
East Coast.
9 p.m. on the West.
Download on all platforms. I mean, every single platform.
It's going down. It's going down.
Premiere.
I need everybody to go and grab. If y'all rock with your boy J Dub, go and download the song.
Hey, no. I'm gonna cut you off. I don't care if you do rock. It's which the ones that don't or act like they don't. It's bobbing their heads to the music right now. You go get that shit too.
Hey, make sure you request it on all your local radio stations, whether it's internet, FM, whatever.
Request?
Yeah, request it.
T-Quest, shout out. See how I did that? I hear you. I know you watching. Miss got a ring on it. We still hear a date though. We wait. We got a wedding to crash. I mean, did I say that wrong?
Yeah, you kind of did. You kind of messed it up for us. So now it won't be a pop-up.
Oh, it'll be a pop-up.
You stupid. But yeah, what's the move featuring Dale G dropping to midnight tonight? Make sure you go get it. It's gonna be lovely.
I've heard it.
Of course you heard it.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. No, so that's entertainment. Right now, we're going to jump into our sports segment. There's a lot going on. Shout out to the Phoenix Mercury for making the playoffs, but truth be told, I don't think they're getting past the first round.
They were in the game last night to the fourth quarter. That's what happened. You don't have your veterans. You got one in jail, one sitting down, one sitting out. Well, I guess it's the same thing, sitting down, sitting out.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm still saying. I have no favorite. Actually, I can't say I don't have a favorite. I'm pulling for the Aces. I really am pulling for the Aces.
Me too, a little bit. Like, low-key, I am too.
But I wouldn't be mad if Chicago won back-to-back.
Well, now they got Candace Parker.
Yeah, they had her last year. That's how they won.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
They won last year with her.
Man, that's a beast.
Sports, right? Sports, WNBA. Remember a couple weeks ago, last time we did a happy segment? Not happy. We
did a happy show, yeah.
We didn't have anything negative. I know what my search says, but forget what that says right now. It's a guy humping the Y, your feelings. Put it together. Liz Cambridge, superstar.
Retired.
Well, I think it's temporary. She didn't say it was permanent. It's temporary. Her mental state, I don't know what the hell's wrong with her.
She's losing.
But from what I understand, she's never really had it all together. So for you to say she's losing it, she's never really had it all. She's been through a lot between the body shaming and everything else. I mean, importantly, she's a hell of a DJ. I know that.
She's beautiful, in my opinion.
She's all right. I'm sorry. There's only one beautiful person in my eyes. And that's without glasses.
Okay, anywho. So she stepped away to take care of her mental state.
Yeah, and you got that, and then you got Adrian Broner, another one popped up, mentally not fit. He's supposed to fight this weekend. He's stepping back.
Is he?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
it just came out a couple days ago.
Oh wow,
His mental is not there. He said he didn't want to go out there and risk his life and not be. He's been preparing physically, but mentally he's not there. So, I mean, it's what we're seeing now is a whole new. A whole new slew of athletes that are admitting to having mental issues. And what they're doing for those issues is they're realizing they need help. Thank God they are.
Thank God for other people coming out as far as saying that they have that type of issue, because it's helping others come forward at the same time.
Right. It started as a downfall. Now, again, then you have the situation with Ryan Garcia and him running his mouth again. I mean, the guy's a decent fighter. I just don't know if he
What?
I don't know if he has a. I don't think he has a mental disability.
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
So what do you think he has then?
He's a chauvinistic, full of himself. The only man, in other words, a tuxedo to every boxing match he goes to. Come on, I want to dress to impress. Who are you impressing, dude? You right there with a bunch of other boxers that are dressed in nice clothes. You wearing a damn tuxedo, cheering for the wrong time. Oh, Rolly's gonna knock him out. Rolly's gonna knock. Oh, damn. You just want to be seen. I get it. You want to do what's ever popular. I get it, dude. I get it. When you get knocked the hell out, because you will, because you have some bad habits that are going to be exposed. One, you keep your head up high. Two, you got some fast hands, but you think that's going to save you. Not for long.
He's not that fast anymore.
Oh, yes, he is. He's got the fastest punch out right now. Go back and watch his last fight. The punch was so fast. Only thing people know is the after effect of the punch. Nobody really saw the punch until they were slowed down frame by frame. So he's got the fastest hands in a match. Now, the fastest hands outside the ring, it's between him and Gervonta Tank Davis.
Yeah.
Who he wants to fight next. And that's not going to be good for business.
Not for Garner, no.
Don't want Garcia.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Garcia.
It's not going to be good for business.
Bronx Bomber got a fight coming up soon.
The same day Devin Haney's rematches, too. I don't even know, man.
A lot going on in boxing. Like, this is my season right now for boxing.
Lomachenko's coming back.
Oh.
And he's fighting the guy that knocked out Chris Colbert. Or beat Chris Colbert.
I'm not a big Lomachenko fan anymore, man.
If you love boxing, you love Loma. He's great for boxing.
He's good for boxing.
No, he's great for boxing because he fights everybody.
There's no agreement for me in that aspect. I watched Teofimo Lopez, I think it was last week.
Oh, yeah. His comeback fight.
Yeah. Did what he was supposed to do.
I can't say anything about it. He did. Now, him, I know he has some mental issues just to what he says out of his mouth. He needs to get help.
Yeah.
I have a feeling if he takes another loss, he better be on suicide watch because I don't think he can handle it.
Well, it's not only that. The fight that he did take the loss to, not saying that it was an excuse, but him putting himself in that ring could have cost him his life. That's how nutty the dude is.
It's beyond that, man.
And then his father going to say, well, I didn't pull him because if I did, he wouldn't talk to me no more. So who cares?
You didn't pull him because you were going to lose money. I ain't even going, don't even, I'm shut. His father, all right, you know what? I'm not going to shut up. His father, go back and watch the end of that fight. Have you ever in your life seen a trainer or father jump in front of his when your hands getting raised, jump in front of him? Have you ever seen that? No, you haven't, because it's never happened. Never. You've never seen that. A trainer or anything jumping in front of the fighter that just won, that puts his life on the line. That's what did I call Ryan Garcia? Chauvinistic, full of himself. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Sr. How are you doing?
There's a lot going on, folks. It's a lot. What else you want to talk about? What else do we have on?
My Orioles, 1.5 games out of the wild card. They're doing it, man. They're doing it unexpectedly too. They're having fun. They're playing loose. Do I think they're going to go far in the playoffs? They could win a round or even two because they're playing everybody competitive. They really are. I'm really excited for them. I was going to wear Orioles shirt today, but this is the feeling. This is how I was feeling today. In case y'all can't see.
After your feelings, that's basically what he's saying. But in regards to sports, this is what I want to talk about. Your boy Lamar Jackson, since we brought up Baltimore, I think is highly genius of what he's doing. And those that don't know what I'm talking about, he's renegotiating his own contract.
No, he's not renegotiating. He's negotiating an extension.
An extension, my apologies, a contract extension without an agent. That's the key. I think it's genius because he's, from the way that talks are going, he's gonna walk away with more with what he wants. It's gonna more so work in his favor than anything else. What do you think about that?
So, like I said, I think we talked about it before, and I agree because the agent fees, they're ridiculous. So you're pocketing that by not keeping an agent. But I'm quite sure he's being advised by someone, so he's kicking out somebody of what's going on. Now, with the aspect of him getting what he wants, nobody knows what he's asking for.
That is very true. Now, he also did say that if he doesn't get the extension by week 1, he's cutting off negotiations, which I think is also smart.
He's concentrate on the season.
Exactly.
So
concentrate on the season, but I think that's going to actually. So here's my question: do you think if there's not an extension worked out by week 1, is that more pressure on Baltimore as a franchise to get this deal done by the end of the season, or is that more pressure on Lamar as far as going out and showcasing what he needs to do?
What you're doing, you're forgetting. He's not going to negotiate after week 1.
Of course.
So the pressure's on Baltimore right now.
Okay.
Because here's the things that people are forgetting, and this is the thing that they say about him. One, okay, let's talk about how Lamar Jackson. If you don't know football, he's the most elusive quarterback there is. Now, if you go and watch ESPN and hear these experts talk about, well, the way he plays, he can't be long term because he keeps getting hit. Wrong. He doesn't take big hits outside of the pocket. He gets hit while he's in the pocket. Go back to last year. How did he get hurt? Inside the pocket. Didn't get hit outside of the pocket. When he's mobile, he knows how to not take big hits. I think in the 4 years he's been a quarterback, he's been hit hard maybe twice outside of the pocket.
Well, do you think that the more that they wrap their offense around them, defensive schemes would catch up?
They've been playing catch up for how long now?
It's going to happen one day.
Is it?
Maybe.
If that was the case, have they caught up to Tom Brady? Have they caught up to Aaron Rodgers? Did they catch up to Michael Vick? Did they catch up to Randall Cunningham? Did they catch up to Steve Young? Did they catch up to Joe Montana? No, they didn't. Because what do the greats do? They keep building. What did he do this offseason? He said, you know what? Y'all keep talking about how I flow the football. So him and his quarterback coach concentrated when he couldn't run on his throwing. Now they're talking about his ball is tighter. His spiral is tighter. His deep ball has always been pretty nice, but it's even better. He doesn't float it. It lofts. So, and if that's the case, everything y'all say negative about him, he's come out and done better. Let's talk about the one hidden defensive coordinator. Remember that? He can win 12 MVPs. He still ain't going to be nothing. First of all, nobody's ever won 12 MVPs in football. Second, what kind of asinine comment is that?
So who do you have winning the championship this year? Who do you think is going to win the chip?
I have not taken the time to sit back and watch.
No?
I know we talked about this earlier before the show about the record that I think look at records. I haven't even done that yet. I'm going to wait until after because we don't know the injuries that are going to happen. So last week before the season, I'll give you my predictions. Well, actually, we'll have a prediction. We'll do a prediction episode. We'll talk about everybody. We'll go through each team, the record. What you think and what I think. We'll do that. I'm going to be, and of course, fantasy football. Those of you that are doing it now, I feel sorry for you because there's been some injuries that are happening I'd
You know what? I really don't do my fantasy football until like week 1. Like literally the day before week 1.
I do mine after the preseason games and then the final roster cuts. After the final cut, that's when I'll do mine. Because at that point, you're not really going to get anybody hurt because they're just doing light walkthroughs.
Well, that's very interesting, and that's your take on sports, folks. Real quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers. Yo, son! Promo videos. I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now. GottoLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Get it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
What's good, folks? What's good? Welcome back to a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. Correction, we're not wrapping up sports yet because there's one thing I wanted to talk about in sports that nobody's really been talking about. The WWE. We talked about, Vince McMahon getting booted to the side, but let's talk about the man in charge now.
Well, he's not completely in charge, but he's taking care of the creative brains behind the operation. Mr. Hunter Hearst Helmsley himself.
Triple H. Want to do a shout out to him. Years ago, when he had a hip injury, I met him in the airport. Really nice guy. Who knew that he would be the head of, pretty much the head. I mean, him and his wife, they're running the show.
Talk about a power couple.
Yeah.
Talk about a power couple.
He's been getting kudos from the veterans, like oh my gosh, Big Diesel himself, Kevin Nash, and then a lot of the veteran wrestlers, because he's been going back, trying to get some of the guys that they let go coming back, because now it comes out a lot of people were let go because they had to pay Vince McMahon's hush money. Yeah, so they had to cut people.
Come to find out, Vince had another $15 million of hush money that he had stashed away somewhere.
No, he didn't have it stashed away. It came out of the WWE. There was no stashing. That cash came out of the WWE, so they had to figure out how am I going to hide this money. I'll just cut these people. Didn't make sense. So Triple H has been going back, making calls, bringing them back,
making things right as well as what he should.
I don't even watch wrestling. I keep hearing about how the shows that are being put on remind people of the Attitude Era when I used to watch wrestling. They're just as intuitive.
They're building it that way. Certain characters aren't fitting that, though. You know what I mean?
But the quality of the matches have gone
up. Yeah, they have. I will say that. But transitioning from that, there's something that kind of has been nipping at me for a little bit, and my comment section is open for this next topic. Being falsely accused. What I mean by that, being falsely accused, is from anything to assault, even sexual assault, or just having somebody lie on your good name, period, point blank. What do you think should happen to the accusers?
Actually, let's take it one more. Not just false accusing, but extorting. Let's talk about that too. Kind of goes under that same umbrella. Trying to extort money.
Okay.
It happens quite a bit to people in the public eye that some people consider idols, and things of that nature. Number one, it really sucks.
Yeah.
Because once your image is tarnished, it's very hard to get it back. Even if you have an image consultant, they're going to try to do everything. Now, I'm going to say this. This does not include Deshaun Watson.
Mine does, but hey, go ahead.
You can say it if you want to. 27 people accuse you.
There might be a handful that
27 people accuse you and you pay them all off. We had this discussion before. That's why I'm not even. And I'm going to say this again. 27 people accuse you. You pay them all. He's trying to say, well, some of them. No. If some of them weren't right and you know that, then fight them. Fight them. You don't pay everybody to be quiet. Take it to court. You ain't got nothing but time on your hands anyways. You had a whole year to fight him. Now about a year and a half. Because he's out, 11 games and $5 million? To me, is not enough.
What do you think he should have got?
He should have been out for the year. People want to talk, he was out last year. He was getting paid while he was out last year. He didn't play because he didn't want to play for Houston. That's why he was out last year. So this year, you should have been suspended for the whole damn year. Why? Because I'm passionate, because I got daughters. I have sisters. I've got a wife. I had a mother. I've got aunts. I've got cousins. I've got nieces. You disgust me.
If that's the case, he shouldn't be in the league.
No, you make him sit out a year and do the so-called, because they have him going to counseling for this. Yeah. We'll see how that works.
Well, back to what I was, and I think I took you off of your point, but the false accusations, like, what do you think should happen? Like, my question is, here's a specific question, and I want to hear from the ladies that are tuning in right now. I want to get your opinion. If somebody falsely accuses somebody, does the accuser have the right to sue the person that accused?
No, that's not the question. Why not sue? They do have the right. Why not? Why shouldn't they?
Rich people problems. This is everyday people problems. It happens every day. Not just
actually, you know what, Tiffany, I see where you're going. You're right when you say rich people problems, because that's what we're hearing about. But there's been a lot of people that are not rich that it happens to.
And their name, jobs, and history is just tarnished.
On the line.
Just tarnished. Can't get a job no more.
Well, I wouldn't say they can't get a job anymore. They're not famous.
Well,
but the whole thing is, depending on the situation, if you're at a job, getting promoted gets hard now. Getting promoted is hard now.
Yeah.
Because now you have a stipulation hanging over your head in that company. Your reputation.
So, people of power, people
of power are more subject to things because people want that power. People want to take that power from them. People are jealous. Jealousy is a hell of a drug. That's right. I call it because it is. It's a drug. It takes a lot to break that.
Yeah, it does.
And talking about jealousy, let me tie this into that. Jealousy. Even we're gonna stay here with this, but let me tie jealousy into this. When you have a business and people around you have no business, they will still work for somebody else.
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're going.
You don't think there's jealousy? You don't think they're gonna try and find something to bring you down?
Talk about you behind your back.
Is that not does that go back to tarnishing somebody's name?
Spreading lies and rumors about somebody, or just telling somebody else's business that you ain't got no business telling.
Or better yet,
I said
fabricating more than what actually what it is. Oh, I know we touched a lot of people with that one that didn't even. Yeah, all of this ties in together. All of it. It's all together. It's all in that same bubble right there. It's what do I think should happen? If you accuse somebody of rape and they didn't rape you, whatever the sentence would have been, you should get it.
Plus the lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Because that's my main question there. For somebody that's falsely accused and you took away a piece of my life that I financially cannot get back, I want that recoup that money by some way, form, or fashion.
Something I want to touch on: Emmett Till.
Okay.
Do you know that they found the
person?
They found the paperwork.
They found the paperwork. Yeah,
and they're not pressing charges.
The family's not pressing charges? Or?
No, the DA.
The DA is not pressing charges. I heard about that. Let's talk about that, folks.
That actually ties into what we're talking about. So The DA would not press charges. His
Everybody
mother,
knows the Emmett Till story.
if you don't know, we'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Black man accused of raping a white woman. White woman cried that he raped her. He was hung.
Now come to find out that they
She came out and said years ago that he didn't do it.
But and also, so the paperwork that he's talking about was a arrest warrant for the young lady.
No, for
the young lady in regards to her falsely accusing Emmett Till of this.
that was somehow lost.
It got buried, folks. And she spent 63 years of her life as a free woman, and they still won't even prosecute.
And Emmett Till's mother spent 63 years without her son, seeing where he would go in life. You want to know I'm quiet? Yeah. Because that could have been me. It could have been him. It could be our sons.
And these days are getting worse. I feel like we're going back to that era of days where people just don't give. I'm just going to say they don't give a fuck. We're in them days where people just don't care about another person's life anymore.
I'm going to ask, and I want to see people comment, how many people, when you go out, remember I told you guys, enlighten somebody's day. Say, thank you. Saying you have a great time and enjoy your day, or I hope you be safe, or anything like that. Who says that? In the comments. Who's been saying that? That was your homework. That was your homework. Catch up with me. That's my New Year's resolution. And I've been helping to it. I know it's great. I hear my family doing it too.
Yeah.
It's contagious. There's too much
That was bullshit.
going on nowadays to not tell people to have a great day, enjoy your day, be safe. It's too much going on. There's too much hate going on in this world. There's too many shootings. There's too much hatred among police. There's too much hatred against police. Too much hatred of police against people. How do we get through this?
And I'm starting to hear too many things about lynchings going on around the country again. That needs to stop.
Well, it's never going to stop because people are not united. The saying goes back then, people never really did anything to it. United we stand, divided we fall. I wish we could get back to having the music that made sense, that would unite people. There is no music like that anymore. There isn't. It will get played because if enough of it comes out, you artists come up with those songs, those unification songs. You start coming out with more of it, guess what's going to happen? It becomes contagious. What happens when something contagious? It goes what?
See, the problem with that, the industry doesn't want it.
No, that's wrong. The industry doesn't control it. You can put it on social media. See, that's where you're wrong at. The industry only controls what you allow. If you allow it to control what you do, then you failed. You failed humankind.
A lot of artists are like that. They let the industry control them and manipulate them of what they should and cannot do.
That's because they're major record labels. You don't got to be on a record label to do a TikTok. How much stuff we've seen on TikTok that have gone viral that actually makes sense? And then guess what? Whatever's up happening, it sounds so catchy. What do we do? What do I do? I'll go look up the song. Hear the rest of the song. Oh, actually, I do like that song. So guess what?
A lot of people
Social
do that.
media.
I don't know. But
YouTube.
I'm not big on. I need to get my social media game up. I'm not that big on social media. I won't be on it like that.
But we're just, what we're doing right now. This is the stuff that needs to happen. We need more unification. I don't care about being a gangster. Matter of fact, y'all keep telling yourselves anyway, so all y'all gonna be in jail.
Oh wait, I guess that was his final comment, folks. Anything else you want to touch on before we break up out of here? You got something on your mind? Let it out.
Businesses, small businesses. I want to talk about small businesses, and I also want to talk about Tours for Joy. Because
I was just thinking that too.
Small businesses, one way or another, needs to be a united front.
Yeah.
Where they're supported. We support you and everything like that. There's a lot of you small businesses. There's a lot of people out there that has a business thinking, it's just a little something. How are you going to get big if you don't promote yourself? You've got to be proud of what you do. You've got to say what you do. You've got to put it out there. You don't put it out there.
It's just a hobby.
Exactly. Your hobby can become a business. I'm going to put somebody on point. I don't know if he's watching it. Darian. He watches it sometimes. He's got decap designs. I've gotten some of his work, and it's amazing. I got it for someone at Christmas. It's amazing. Some of the stuff he can do with laser printer, etching, laser etching.
He does good work. I've seen this one.
I'm going to put it to you like this. J-Dub is a witness to this. We went to the mall during Christmas time, remember? And I went to we started laser etching. Remember that? And I was talking to this guy, and they're still in the mall. And I say, man, how much is that crystal? It was what, $700, $800? I was like, oh, okay. And I looked at J-Dub. I said, I ain't paying that much for Darian, and he's got the same materials that they use, and he's going to deliver it. I ain't got to pick it up or have it delivered and pay for it. And the quality that he did was very much more appreciated, not because of who he was. Understand, he's a friend, but because of the quality, because of he put his foot in it, he put his heart into it because it's his hobby. Now, what's he doing? Every Saturday, in the morning and in the evening, he's posting up in different places and getting more business. Who knows? He may be able to stop doing what he's doing and have to hire people because it's his hobby. And now it may become a retirement lifestyle for him.
Some people might not look at it like that, but there you go. Well, folks.
Now, you got Toys for Joy.
I was just about to get into that.
Toys for Joy. Say that one time.
Well, folks, starting now, our donation box is open for our Toys for Joy. For those that are just fresh to us listening, Toys for Joy is what we do as a way of giving back to those in need and also just giving back to the community in general. This year, Toys for Joy, we have it around Christmas time every year. We just ask that everybody would either donate unwrapped gifts or gift cards. That way we have families that we donate to. We go directly to the families and we gift these gifts to the family so that way they have something that they can open up on the Christmas holiday, as well as be able to have some things that they normally wouldn't be able to have or be able to get. So our donation box is open. We definitely want you guys to support. Any questions, you can definitely hit us up on our socials. Anybody that wants to donate directly, you can get at me at my social at JW the King. You can reach Pocket at Pocket Durant, or the best way to get a hold of us is through our PD&J Media Productions Facebook page. That's PD&J Media Productions on Facebook.
Also, I want to say we've gotten a slew of families that have hit us up. We have not even got to the point of narrowing it down. We will. Now, we're like, wow. I mean, it was amazing. Some of the stories was amazing. That's the wrong word. It was eye-opening and almost jaw-dropping. Some of the stuff we've seen with some of these families. Even if we can't help everyone, which I highly doubt we will. I mean, I was like 30, 40 families.
Yeah.
Even if we can't help all of you, we'll figure something out. I mean, even if it's just one gift card per family or something, whatever it may be, we'll figure it out. But we've got some in there, and if you can keep sending the families in, that's all I can say. Keep sending them, and we'll narrow it down from there. But yeah, spread love, everybody. Spread love. We've got to spread love from one aspect and unite on the other aspect. Matter of fact, I think they go hand in hand, don't they?
I was just about to say that you can do both at the same time.
Now, that doesn't mean spreading the monkeypox. I'm just going to say that right now. I just got to, I have, and not spreading COVID. We don't want the COVID love. We want people to spread love. You don't have to be physical. You can do emotional. You can, even people you don't necessarily associate with, putting on their page, oh man, I haven't spoken to you in a while. Have a great day. Boom, just leave it alone. Somebody you don't like, I don't care. Just send them a shout out.
Well, folks, what a week it's been.
Yeah, I got to go watch some football, man. So good. No, love.
Mom, I love you. Be strong.
What is love?